This morning we are starting our yoga practice with breath. Starting with our breath. Sit in a comfortable position. And first, deploy your diaphragmatic breath, connecting with the expansion of your diaphragm as you inhale and its contraction as you exhale. If you know your Ujjayi breathing, you can use your Ujjayi breath, making a little sound on the inhale and exhale, just to calm the mind and keep focusing on that breath. Ujjayi breathing is like the sound of the sea. And it also helps us to administer our breath so that we don't inhale or exhale too quickly. Now we're going to relax the throat, no more Ujjayi breathing, and we're going to just inhale 50% and hold the breath. Inhale another 50% and hold the breath. And then exhale fully through pierced lips, like this. As if you were blowing through a straw. So inhale 50% and hold. Inhale 50% and hold. And exhale through pierced lips. Inhale 50% capacity and hold. Inhale 50% and hold. And exhale fully and slowly. Keep doing this breath 3 more times. And as you're doing it, let me tell you that whenever we're holding our breath, wherever the oxygen is stopped a little bit, it helps the exchange of gases on our brain. So if you are always hyperventilating and breathing too shallow at the top of the lungs, not enough oxygen will get to the cells. Instead, when you give the body a little bit of hunger for air, for oxygen, the exchange of gases happens better. And that means that the cells will get all of that oxygen. So we are not depriving ourselves, we are just controlling. And this is why long and slow breaths are better for us. Last breath, inhaling and holding and inhaling and holding. And exhale. Breathe normally. Put an intention for your practice today. And if you had your eyes closed, you can open your eyes. Namaste. What's interesting for me in that breath as well is that sometimes we don't realize how mindless we are on our breathing. And you might inhale and fill your lungs completely, and then you haven't got any more room to the other 50%. So it's a nice practice to do. It doesn't take a long time. Now we're going to do Kapalabhati breathing, active exhalation, passive inhalation. So we're going to be using the abdomen to pull in, the muscles pull in and the air goes out sharply. If you want to, let's do a practice round. So hands onto your belly and your fingers are not pushing your abdomen. Your hands are just witnessing the pranayama. So inhale through your nose and you're inhaling and exhaling always through your nose. Your mouth, in this case, is not doing anything. Your lips are just resting against each other. Inhale to begin. Good, and relax your hands. So those were 20 Kapalabhati breaths. We're going to do it now without our hands on our bellies. If you want, you can have your index finger and thumb joining in Chin Mudra. We're going to do 20 Kapalabhati breaths slowly, then 30 a little bit faster, and then 50 as fast as we can. The trick on this one is to relax the shoulders, don't tense anything, don't tense your throat. There is no control on the upper part of your respiratory system. The control comes from the abdomen, and you are going to push the air out sharply using your abdominal muscles. And don't worry about not having enough air to breathe. You will be absolutely fine. The lungs know what they're doing. Inhale to begin, 20 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Take a couple of breaths like this. And if by any chance you get a little bit dizzy, a bit lightheaded, it is because we are bringing more oxygen. Just stay with it. Second round, 30 Kapalabhati breaths. Inhale to begin. Inhaling, exhaling. Let your breath come back to normal. If you find any discomfort on your abdomen whilst doing this type of breaths, it's probably because there are some toxins stuck. And this type of breathing is really good for cleansing the bottom of the lungs and getting our digestion going. Last one, 50 breaths. So you're going to make very short out breaths of breath. And do it as fast as you can, like this. Be mindful of not be inhaling and exhaling. So the difference will be if you are inhaling and exhaling, it's called a Bastrika breath, and it's a different type of breath, which sounds like this. We're doing this. Hopefully it's evident the difference. Let's do it. 50 breaths. Stay with you, stay with your breath. Don't get distracted. Inhale to begin. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. And you can keep your eyes closed. Start making circles with your upper body. These are small circles. moving your spine, letting your thoracic spine start moving. You might feel it on your hips, mindfully around, and then change direction. Can you really feel your ribcage shifting sideways? You don't need to go fast. That's it. Arching when you go back and expanding as you go forwards. Good. Lovely. And now just a bit of cat-cow hanging from your knees as you go back, opening up as you go forwards. So to mobilize your spine, you don't need to be on your knees. You don't need to do anything more strenuous than sitting. You could do that even if you're in a chair. Good. And coming back to center. I'm sitting on a cushion. You can be seated on a block or wherever you feel most comfortable, just to give your hips a little bit of a lift. Bring your feet onto the floor and bring your hands towards the ground. Your upper arms are next to your knees. So your chest is folding between your legs. And start pressing your right knee and then your left knee towards your arms. And your arms are resisting, so it's not like if the leg is going to win the battle. Just let the inner thighs engage as you push one knee and then the other. Have your chest going through, so your chest is not here. Your chest is through your legs, trying to let the belly and the chest be through the legs. That's it. Good. Now, can you detach your knees from your arms? You can do one at a time or both simultaneously. Feel those muscles that need to work. Going in is easy. Going out is a little bit more difficult. That's it. Good. Now, bring your right hand to hold onto your right foot. Make that connection. So the arm is pushing against the knee and the knee is pushing against the arm. The other leg stays going backwards. So you don't let this knee go inwards. Stays open. So there is an active holding of this leg. The right leg and the right arm are pushing against each other, finding that equilibrium in the middle. And bring your left hand towards your right wrist and then brush through your chest, brushing through your arm and opening up to the diagonal. Bring your hand towards your wrist again and brushing through, feeling the touch, feeling the movement and open. Noticing how far can your hand go brushing. Is it up to the middle of the chest or maybe the shoulder or maybe part of your upper arm? Just feel that touch. Expanding to your fingertips. Are your knees still in position? Have you forgotten to push the hand and the arm and the leg? One more. So hand comes through your arm, through your chest, coming in the diagonal. Look towards your thumb. Can you reach a little bit more? Feel your left knee pushing back, your right knee against your right arm. And release. Ooh. You can bring your hands back and just let your knees move. I don't know you, but I felt it. I felt it on the outside of my right leg and glute, inside of my left leg and glute, inside of my right thigh. The abductors are working hard. Let's try the other side. So we're going to bring the hand to the ankle, near the foot or on the foot. And your chest is going through. You're not keeping your chest up here. We are not doing this. We are leaning towards the foot so that the knee, the left knee, is pushing against the upper arm. The other leg is actively holding itself backwards. Otherwise, what will tend to happen is this. And we don't want a sloppy move. We want a structured move. Good. So this leg is in position. The left knee is pushing against the left arm. Bring the hand towards the wrist. Feel that touch. And feel the touch as it goes through the arm, through the chest, through the shoulder, and open up. Remember to use your gaze. Feel the touch. We are using our senses. Can you hear what sound it makes when you touch skin against skin? Or maybe you're wearing a long sleeve. Can you hear the fabric? Check that your right knee is still in position. Your left knee is pushing against your left arm. One more. And we're going to hold it there. Hold it there, looking towards your thumb, pushing the knee against the arm, arm against the knee. Breathing deeply. And release. Good. Hands behind. And sway your knees side to side. Good. Rolling your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders forwards. And now your neck. Check that your head is able to move freely. Bring your head to center. Bring your hands onto your ears, the cartilage of the ears. It's just shake it. Pull them away. Shake your ears. This helps the fascia to release around the neck. Now next we're going to rub the ears with a whole hand so you won't hear me. Rub it for about 10 breaths, okay? And relax. Keep your eyes closed. And just feel that circulation from the ears going through to your face. Your ears will be burning, hopefully. And this is bringing blood to the whole of your neck and your face and your jaw. So now move your head and see, has your neck become a little bit more supple, a little bit better reach than before? And your ears will still be burning. Go side to side. This is energy that we are putting into our system. Good. And release. We're going to come into all fours. You can leave your cushion or support away. Lovely. Still working with your breath. We're going to bring opposite hand and leg out. Bring them in underneath the body. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale. Exhale. Knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale. Arm and leg are out. And bring them 45 degrees and back to center. So the movement is not very big, just a little to the side. I'm not going 90 degrees, I'm going just 45 degrees and back to center. That's it. Keep your gaze down. And release, hand and legs. Sway side to side. Are your ears still burning? Mine are. We still have that energy flowing through the neck and the shoulders. And bring the other hand and leg, elbow to knee, and out. Making sure you use alternate legs each time. Elbow to knee, nose to knee, and out. Arching and expanding. That's it. Flexing your spine and expanding. And now keep your arm and leg out. And 45 degrees back to center. 45 back to center. This is good for your core. Keep your gaze down towards the floor. Last one. And release, shake side to side, toes together, knees apart. Come into a child's pose. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Take a moment to catch your breath. If your wrists are complaining, you can bring your hands between your neck and your shoulders so that the wrists fold the opposite way to what they were doing. Lovely. Now lift your head and let both hands go towards your right hand side and let your chest rest towards the thighs. Feel the breath. We're still working with our breath. Feel the breath all through the right side of the body. The left side, sorry. You're going towards the right side, so the left side is open. The lungs on the left side. I have two portions of lungs in there because one is making room for the heart on the left hand side. And bring it back to center, change sides. Both hands go towards the left, the right side of the lungs with 3 lobes, 3 bits to it. Feel the breath expanding onto those ribs. Good. Coming back to center, knees together. Roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forwards. And then rotate your wrists. Rotating your wrists. Good. So now we're going to go back into all fours. Just watch for a moment. We're going to bring the knee to the elbow. So the same pressure that we were doing where we were pushing the knee against the arm with our bottom on the floor, Now we're going to have it as we go forwards. So things to bear in mind is that your elbows are soft. If you're overextending your elbows and your arms are the inside of your elbows are pointing forwards, you want to have a lot of room to rest your knee. So first, from inside your shoulders, your arms can move. Have your elbows facing towards each other first, and then the natural bend of your elbows is this. It's not this. This is what we do for press-ups, but this is the natural bend for the elbows, a little bit further back. So we're going to bring the leg back, flexing the foot, and then we're going to bring the chest forwards. The weight is over our hands, and we're going to lean our knee over our upper arm. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, forward. So it will be challenging on the wrists. If your wrists are sore already, you can fold the mat and have the heels of the hands on the edge of the mat so that the fingers are out and you give a little bit of a rest to the wrist. But we want to strengthen those wrists. So the going forwards is purposeful. Let's do it. Find your position. Your hands can be on the edge of the mat. And bring your right leg out, flexing the foot. Soften your elbows because you want to have a little bit of room on the upper arm to bring your knee over. And bring it back. So the repetition is with a stop. Bring it forwards. Stop there, hold it. And bring it back. And bring it forwards. And back. One more. Forwards. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And bring the leg back onto the ground, knee on the floor. Shake your hips. Let's try the other side. Bring your left leg back. And then your weight comes forwards. Your knee comes onto your upper arm. And bring it back. And bring it forwards. And back. Forwards. And back. Now we're going to hold. Bring it forwards and hold. 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 Back. And rest into a child's pose. You can flex your hands, your wrist extending in the opposite direction to what they were. Come into sitting on your shins or onto the floor and just join your hands into an interlace hands position and rotate your wrists in one direction and in the other direction. My forearms are close to each other. That's it. You can sit on your bottom if you want. You don't need to be on your shins. And then shake, 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 shake. Bring your hands forwards and just let your fingers expand. Your arms are straight, so elbows are straight. And let your hands go towards each other and away from each other. And then stop and go. That's it. Stop and go. Then open your hands and just make like claws with your fingers. And expand. Lower your hands and do the same. Can you feel what different muscles move? Bring it up. Claws. and down claws. So when I said make a claw, it's not, you're not making a fist, you're making a claw. That's it. And pressing. You will feel it on your arms and your forearms. Shake the hands. Now make a fist with your hands. And can you focus on just moving the wrists? So I'm not turning the hands, I'm moving the wrists. And in the other direction. It's like a little dance from twin sisters, our hands. So it's not up and down, we're making a circle. Not with the hands. This is with the hands. This is with the wrists. And now if you can't quite do it yet, just think about it, isolating the wrists to move that part of the body. And release. Good. Some of you were going just like that. Doesn't matter, we just play with it, and at some point we'll get that isolation of the wrist. Okay, so one more. This is the higher one. Hopefully your wrist will be okay to do one more. All of these moves that we're doing are preparation for crow pose. So in crow pose, you need your abs working, you need your arms holding you, and there is that push forwards onto your upper arms. So now we're going to do it from down dog into plank, bringing the knee towards the arm. Watch for a moment. So from downward facing dog, we can release the calves. Then we're going to bring the leg up and come into plank and bring the knee to the upper arm. And then bring it back. We don't need to bring it too high up. We just bring it at the same level as the hips. So we're going to bring it forwards and rest the knee just above your elbow. We're going to do it with the exhale as we go forwards. We inhale as we hold and exhale as we go back. Okay, so inhale forwards, exhale, hold, and then coming back. All right, down dog. Last effort of this class. Walk your dog, releasing your heels towards the floor. Downward facing dog can be a challenging pose. So if you need to bend your knees so that your back is straighter, you can do that. What we want to avoid in down dog is to be in semi-plank, where the head is beyond the hands. So the head should be just between your arms. When you're ready, inhale, bring your right leg parallel to the floor. Push the hands on the floor down. Anticipate the move. Inhale deeply. Move forwards and rest the knee above your elbow. Either inhale or exhale. And then bring it back. Bring it forwards and hold. And bring it back. One more, bring it forwards and hold. And back into downward facing dog. Walk the dog. Left leg. And coming forwards and hold. Bring it back. Coming forwards, hold. Don't rush it. Bring it back. That's it. One more, forwards and hold. And bring it back. Walk your dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Coming into a Hindi squat. Pushing your elbows against your knees, opening your chest. If you want, you can turn your hands so that the palms are facing away from each other so that you're stretching those wrists. And if you feel so inclined, let's try a crow pose. So hands come onto the floor. If you're tired by now, just watch. And at some point you will click. Hands are on the floor, your hips come up a little bit. And you bring your knees on your upper arms, and then you float your feet, toes touching each other. It's more about balance than about anything else. Of course, you have to have strength in your upper body, on your chest. Try it a few times. And even if it's just leaning forwards, your feet not taking off from the floor, you just lean forwards. That's sufficient. Good. And release your wrists. Just shake, shake, shake. We're going to come onto the ground and let the legs go side to side. Your feet are not together. We're letting those hips open up. Just letting everything release. If you want to stretch your hip flexors a little bit more, you can tense your glute as you go to one side. Trying to bring the knee down, just opening up that side of the body. And then come into your Shavasana. Breathe in deeply, arms resting by the sides of the body. The arms can be away from your hips. The legs are away from each other. Toes flopping out. Take a moment to let your whole body release and relax. Shavasana is the time where we rest and digest. Scan the body, feel the points that we were stimulating today. Maybe your ears are still with sensation from rubbing them. Maybe your wrists. Your abs and your hips might have been having an extra work today. Or perhaps is your breathing exercises at the beginning. You're more aware of the ebb and flow of your breath. What is it? Very gently bringing life back into your movement, back into your body. Hug your knees. Rock side to side. When you're ready, bring yourselves up into a comfortable seated position. Can be cross-legged. I have one leg in front of the other. I have my hands facing upwards, index finger and thumb together. This mudra helps with concentration, with being here now. Keep your eyes closed. Give yourselves a little smile. Take a strong upper body adventure, finding how the legs can connect with our arms, how the abs help us to hold a not straightforward pose together. Let's finish with 3 arms and shantis. Inhale to begin. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together, rub your palms, make the movement a little faster, generating prana between your hands, and place your palms over your face. Inhale. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands to your chest. Bow your heads. Namaste. Give yourselves a little clap. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.